Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to replace a thermostat on a soft tub. We're having problems with the motor itself. It's kicking on and off and really not sure what the problem is, and one of the cheapest easy fixes are changing the thermostat. So I'm going to show everyone the process of how to change the thermostat on a t220. The problem is that the tub is kicking on and off. It's getting to its max temperature of 107 degrees, and sometimes it'll kick on and off. So what I'm going to do is replace the thermostat and hopefully to see if that works. What we have here is a brand new thermostat. And we're going to replace that. It's fairly easy. So what you want to do is you want to unplug your spa and remove the motor pack. To remove the motor pack, you want to undo the wire, the spring underneath. Just pull open your motor pack and you kind of put that to the side. We won't be using that. And you can see in here we have our motor. And here's that thermostat wire. So it's going to be replacing these two. So what it looks like we're going to need right now is a flat blade screwdriver. Take the flat blade, what I'm going to do is right here. Move this out of the way. Alright, I'm going to turn that off so you hear me better. Alright, so with the flat blade, you want to remove the band. Okay, with the band undone, like to move it out of the way, just bend it back. So that way it's out of your way and you have good visual of what's going on. That's on both sides. Alright. You're going to have to access inside the motor. So to undo inside the motor, you'll see there's two Phillips up on top of the module box for the motor. Now once you have your two screws out, to get the module box out of its housing, you just want to slide it right out and you'll see your relays and everything. And it looks like we are going to have to need a pair of snips to get rid of the zip tie. Thermostat wire cable is also connected to the cable that controls the temperature, the jets, and the resets. So what we want to do is we want to snip off carefully, make sure we get all the debris out the box, because the last thing we want in there is some kind of plastic that's going to be moved around in there that's going to cause problems. I want nothing to overheat. Once you snip off your zip tie, you're going to just unplug your thermostat by flipping it back and pulling it out on your disconnect. And then there's going to be a grommet at the front of your box. You can see here. So you're going to need needle nose to get off your grommet. So you're just going to shim it back and forth very carefully, making sure to squeeze top and bottom. Once you have that grommet out, you want to carefully follow your wire out, making sure that it doesn't touch anything. And there you have it. There's your thermostat. And you just pull this little black piece out, and your wire will come straight with it. And like I said, hopefully this is the defaulty piece. And then with your new thermostat, it's not really a thermostat, it's just a probe that detects the temperature. It doesn't really affect anything, but it's a very important, vital part of your machine. Make sure it's pressed in, and there's a little clip back here. You want to make sure that that's together. You want to inspect the casing of the plug that you put in. You want to make sure that none of the prongs have kicked out. If any have kind of pushed out from you pushing it in, you want to carefully take a needle nose. You want to take the needle nose and make sure that they're all pushed in and underneath the casing and all even. That way you know you have a good connection. So once you have that done, you're going to put this clip back on. Make sure you leave a little slack so when you plug it back in, you have slack inside here. And then this lays right on top. So once we get the top part of the bracket in, you just want to take a needle nose and press it in and get it enough to where it'll let you get back in the hole. Okay, now that your thermostat's all plugged in and ready to go, you can start reassembly. We'll just put this case back on. Alright, now once we have the shroud back on, we want to take our Phillips head screwdriver and Phillips screws. And we want to put our screws back in. And you want to be sure to put your grounding bracket back on. Alright, now once we have the housing on, we want to take our flat blade and put the mounting bracket back on. Before you put the mounting bracket on, you're going to figure out where your bends are and kind of bend it back to the way that it was before you had taken it off. It should be marked from where it was. Alright, now once you got this screwed in and tightened down in position, everything's together, one thing you might want to do to prevent any noises is tighten this down even more. A 5/16 open end wrench. What this will do is that'll prevent any vibrations and keep your motor quiet, nice and tight and snug against the motor and the control unit. Alright, now when you're finished, you want to take your probe and get your probe in and make sure it's back to the same location that you took it out in. That way you get good temperature. Make sure your wires aren't touching anything that's really going to cause any problems with running or give you any motor issues. So you want to make sure it's tucked away pretty good and out of the way of everything. And you're ready to reassemble the top of the motor. You do that, you just drape it right over. Alright, now that the motor pump housing is all back together, you want to go ahead and plug your pump back in and you want to test it. And just turn the temperature on. We're on high, you're good to go. Enjoy your spa. Hopefully this tip helps you out and keeps your spa running long and healthy and at a cheap, affordable method and fixing a do-it-yourself project.